Hi Sagittarius, I have a message for you. We're going to be taking a look at not only what the current challenge is or what's on your mind, but what is there to support you as well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dawn. I read intuitively and I generally start with a little oracle and then clarify with tarot. Okay, so let's see what's the core of the current situation. Voice is on the bottom. And we have desert, which is 13. 13, of course, is the number of the death card. So something beginning and ending, a transformation. It feels a bit like you've outgrown something. But look, there's these three, it looks like crows. And so it's like, it feels almost like a transition toward leadership, right? As a leader, you're never alone, but there is this sense of feeling solitary. Interesting. Okay, we're getting a chakra card, not sure why. So let's take a peek at that and then we'll clarify with some tarot. You know, a desert, there's something interesting. Ooh, crown chakra. There's a connection here to spirit. You know, there's something about the desert. Often people think that the desert is very dead. There's not new life, but it's actually something like the phosphorus from the desert is what makes the rainforest green. It travels all the way to the Amazon rainforest, and that is why part of the reason that Amazon rainforest is so lush. So there's something about, it feels a little bit like the Hermit as well, something about you gaining insight and energy and awareness, and that having this affective feeling solitary or on the outside of. Interesting. Okay, let's look at this. So what else about this current challenge? The Hermit. That's exactly what I was feeling. You know, the Hermit though, the Hermit is kind of like the yogi or the seeker. The Hermit takes a step back to get a better sense of their own energy, their own awareness, to get a better sense of self. And the interesting thing about it is they use this sense of pratyahara or sense withdraw from those outside of yourself to look at your own inner light, your own inner awareness. Strength on the bottom. You may want to check out the Leo reading if you have Leo in one of your major placements. Okay, let's continue on here. So let's look at what you're missing or what you don't see, what Spirit wants to bring your attention to. Defend toward the end, the worthwhile. So there's this owl on here talking about wisdom. The Hermit talks about wisdom. The crown chakra talks about wisdom. So part of the message I'm getting, it's very important to understand that you grow, you change, you evolve. And if there is an old life that you are defending, that you have outgrown, this is your sign, this is your symbol that it is okay to move on. And I am seeing it's going to be a bit of a challenge. You know, it's like you don't want to be the meat-eating vegetarian of sorts, right? You don't want to go against what you so firmly believed. But it doesn't make that belief that you had invalid. What actually is invalid is if you stick to something that you might have outgrown. Now, this could be a relationship, this could be a path, but it feels more like maybe something you might have taken a stand on. The world. This issue, 6 on the clock exactly, has come to fruition. It has come full circle. And look, it's like you're looking back at this stance you almost wish you didn't take, or you didn't stand so strongly behind. Let's get another there. This is interesting. What else is hidden about this? See, that strength came out again. Okay, Sag, this is a little bit about what I'm seeing. Since this strength card wanted to come out both here and here, I feel like you're going to change your idea of what you believe strength to be. For example, I generally, at least growing up, I really believed that strength was sticking to your guns, right? Just like nose to the grindstone, sticking to your guns, you know, not turning back on what you said. But as I get a bit older and I believe wiser, wise, right? All these cards are showing wisdom. The interesting thing about wisdom, it's not just knowledge, but wisdom is knowledge through learned experience, through your own personal truth. So it's like what Spirit is asking you to do is get a different idea of what strength is to you. Maybe strength is realizing that your experiences have changed the way you see something, someone, maybe even something in the past is what I'm getting for some of you. And I do think it's weighing heavy on your heart. Okay, so let's see then. What can be learned? Why are we going through this? What can be learned? How do we move forward here? Opportunity. So part of this challenge is for you to be able to get new perspective, to be able to follow your intuition. Our intuition is what directs us through the third chakra, through our personality, into the world to experience. And we get to craft over time the persona that we want, not the one that we were given. Spirit is asking you to keep it simple and to look at the things that bring you delight. We are, as spiritual beings, perfect, whole, and complete. And then we have proclivities to karma. We have experiences that challenge our personality so that we can grow spiritually, so we can raise our consciousness. Now, when we're in the lower levels of consciousness, it's very hard for us to change, to admit we're wrong, to grow, to switch sides, whatever this may be. But as you take your consciousness from the lower chakras to the higher chakras, you start to not feel like one against many, but instead one of many. It's not you against the world, but it's many, all looking to be happy, to move away from things that feel scary and challenging and anxiety ridden, and move toward things that feel this sense of delight. So the past month I've been lecturing on the third chakra, and the message fits here, and I'm being asked to give it to give it to you. And so basically here it is. Your third chakra is how you experience the world. And real spiritual growth is about reforming, regenerating, and continuously moving behind your truth. Additionally, your dharmic path, or the things that you are supposed to do in life, what you are here to do, that thing you feel like is calling you from deep within, can be found in the really simple, beautiful moments of your life. So think back to those things that genuinely bring you happiness. 11:22 on the clock. The simple things that make your heart feel delight. Okay. Where can support be found? Wrong one I'm hearing. Okay, interesting. Where can support be found? Wrong one again. Okay, so everything's a message for me. So I was told to pick up this deck, and then I heard wrong one. Then I was told to pick up this deck, wrong one. And then I realized the message is this new sense of self that is emerging. You might have to look for support in multiple places, but do remember that you are supported by spirit. It may not be something you can see or feel all of the time. Yes, now I can go from here is what I'm hearing. So continue to look. Okay, so where can support be found? Now we can answer that question. I think for some of you, it's just the idea of, if you go to try something new and it doesn't exactly fit, to not give up, that there is something there for you in due time is what I'm hearing. Anticipation and community in due time, right? So you probably feel as if you have this anticipation to find this niche, this thing, this group of people, this place that you fit. And I'm really being directed back to using your instinct and really getting back to some simple pleasures that really lock you in with this feeling of happiness. 1313. Right? Moving from this solitary energy. Okay, where else can support be found? Any other general advice? I'm hearing be patient. Be patient. Okay. Spiritual career. So let me just say one thing. If this is something you want to move toward in any sense of the idea, the realm, the feeling, there couldn't have been a better card really to come at the end of all of this. Now, let me just say that a spiritual career doesn't have to be technically spiritual, meaning if you find that thing that brought you this sense of joy from deep within, let's say it's, playing the piano, and you moved away from that and you got a career and you work in an office and it's slowly killing you. And this could represent writing music, teaching, opening up the door to this. In yoga philosophy, we would call it bhakti, or this joy of the heart. But for some of you, this could just be working with people to get them on the right path, because what it looks like here is it looks like you went through transformative process, your own kind of death and rebirth. And from that, you emerged a leader. And that can challenge your viewpoint, the way you see yourself, the way you see others. But Spirit is saying that this is all happening at the perfect time. And remember that strength isn't about sticking to your outdated ideals, but it's about being truthful and having the vulnerability to lead yourself down a new path that may be more in alignment with your Dharma or your heart. I hope this was helpful. I love y'all so much.